Hey man, say man, and today man, we gonna be doing some reaction videos. So I need you to sit back, grab your thing, grab your snacks, cause we about to get the rolling, man. Run the intro, bro.
And yeah, I'm fucked up in my head, a couple screws loose in my brain. This new clip, ho 33 with one up top, ho 34. Niggas thirsty for a kill, I pass it off like pick and roll.
Alright, so today we gonna be reacting to rappers that got clapped on drills, man. Hey, going on them drills, man, you better make sure it's a hit and kill, folks. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to be that man that, you know what I'm saying, down drill. You think you was getting this then. Now they just got a solidified bucket on you. So, you know what I'm saying? If you out here sliding, I don't promote it. Please don't go do what you was going to do. You know what I'm saying? So, we going to get into it, man. Let's see what they talking about. Shout out Funa TV. We got the original video from. I'm gonna leave the link down in the description. Shout out to you, man. Let's get into it. Boom, 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 boom.
There's a popular saying that goes, live by the gun, die by the gun. This saying teaches us that the lifestyles we choose to live can often have unintended yet predictable outcomes. The subject of today's video would come face to face with this lesson. In today's video, we'll be telling the stories of 3 rappers that died while in the act of trying to kill another person. But before we get into the video, please be sure to like and subscribe.
Man, go like the video, man. Go like his video. Big buckets. Alright.
Big Bucks Elo, real name Elijah McKinney, was from St. Louis, Missouri. Similar to cities like Chicago, Philadelphia, and New Orleans, murder is commonplace in St. Louis. According to CBS News, it's the second most dangerous.
Oh yeah, I was about to say St. Louis, boy. Them boys scoring buckets out there, man. And they on live doing it like it's a basketball game for real.
City in America. St. Louis has heavy gang activity going on, and Elo was involved. He was a member of a gang called Big Bucks. Big Bucks primarily consists of 6 Deuce Crips, and they reside on Solway Avenue in North St. Louis.
Like, bro, they got all these pipes, bro. Just imagine all the money y'all spent on guns y'all could have put into business, bro. Like, Glocks. These niggas be having exotic Glocks. Everything. They don't want to put it in. Like, bro, a Glock $600. Y'all got 5 Glocks. Y'all could have put that in on studio time and got out the hood.
Elo was known for allegedly being a top shooter in his crew and was thirsty to go after his opposition. St. Louis, similar to many cities with heavy gang activity, contained many gang members that also rapped. Elo was a drill rapper, and his songs primarily served as disses to his ops and described his life in the streets. One of Big Buck's main ops is another crew called The Six. On December 5, 2016, Elo lost a close friend of his named Rookie, real named Damani H, who died as a result of a drive-by shooting. It's rumored that members of The Six were allegedly responsible for this. More specifically, a rapper from The Six named KB6. Years down the line, Elo would run into KB6 and would go on a wild mission to kill him in order to avenge Rookie. That mission would ultimately cost Elo his life.
Get to that breaking news. We are
Man, do your homework on sliding for your homie and die for him. That's crazy. I mean, shit. At least he hopped out here. I know them niggas that know exactly who them cat folks and don't go do nothing, bro. That's crazy. That's sad too. Like
We are covering for you in North St. Louis. Police telling us several people have been shot and 3 of them have died. This happened just before 2 o'clock this afternoon in the Walnut Park West neighborhood.
On July 29, 2020, Elo, his friend named Day Sav, real name Dejan Nearing, and another friend named J2Z, real name Joshua Emerson, were in a stolen car riding through the 5500 block of Floyd Ave.
That's the crime scene. God dang. I know that ain't the crime scene. That can't. It might be. The highest number I see is 38. I mean, that could have been from one gun, but it's probably more. What? That's 38. Damn, that look like some fashion right here. No, like that triple? That triple digits I see? God damn. That's crazy.
Avenue at about 1:40 p.m. Elo was the driver, Daysab was in the front passenger seat, and J2Z was in the back. As they were driving, they spotted KB. Upon spotting him, they opened fire, shooting him multiple times. Members of the Six were in the area and started shooting back at Elo and his crew, leading to a full-blown shootout. People who lived nearby told police they heard non-stop gunshots. During this shootout, both Elo, Daysab, and J2Z were all shot repeatedly. In the aftermath, KB, Elo, and Daysab were all pronounced dead at the scene. KB was just 22 years old, and Elo and Daysab were just 18 years old. J2Z, who was 17 at the time, was taken to the hospital and ultimately survived his injuries. The killers of Elo and Daysab weren't charged.
So everybody he slid with either died except for the youngest one. That's crazy. You see how many bullets that was? Boy, that's just probably like an episode of The Wire, folks. Like a shootout in the middle of the street.
Most likely due to self-defense. J2Z was actually the one charged with all three murders. He was officially
Do your homework, oh. If you slide and your man die, you gonna be, you know what I'm saying you the only one to survive, folks. You gonna be charged with they murder, gang, and that's crazy. I mean, it ain't crazy because everything else was what was it? Self-defense on their end. Y'all came to slide on them, boom, y'all caught a bucket, boom. You know what I'm saying? And oh, they mans came and seen who it was and slid back on them. Like, that's crazy.
charged with 1 count of first-degree murder for the death of KB and 2 counts of second-degree murder for the deaths of Elo and Daysab. Missouri law allows prosecutors to file murder charges if someone dies during the commission of a felony, even if the defendant did not directly cause the death. After 3 years, those charges were ultimately dismissed without prejudice, meaning they could possibly be filed again at a later date. The reason Jay's charges were dropped is because all of the possible
Where will a career at Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department take you?
It's in the sky. I need up there, man.
witnesses refused to respond and show up to court. In the end, Elo achieved his goal of killing his bitter enemy, but suffered the ultimate.
They did score that bucket. Don't get me wrong, bro, but they thought, I don't know, they thought shit was sweet. So folks was the driver for real. Like, dude that they were talking about, he was the driver. It's just like The Wire, folks. That car go out, boy, y'all see it, yeah.
Consequence as a result. Blumberg G's, real name Anthony Watson, was from North Philadelphia. He was a member of a set called Blumberg, also known as the Black Flags. The Black Flags primarily beef with Zoo Gang, Diamond Street, and Burke Street /2418. Blumberg G's would eventually start rapping and built a reputation for himself in the streets. Most of his songs were about killing his enemies. He was known for always being willing to go on a drill and never hesitating to fire his gun. This mentality would lead to G's eventually getting charged with murder. On August 23, 2020, a rival gang member to G's named Little Ranger, real name Hayward Garrison, was in the 2200 block of Diamond Street just after 1 a.m. when a gunman pulled up and opened fire. Little Ranger was struck, then he reportedly ran to the corner of Van Pelt and Diamond Street where he collapsed and was quickly picked up by a passing vehicle. While the car was driving to the hospital, the occupants flagged down a police cruiser that was responding to the shooting. Little Ranger was placed in the police car and taken to Temple Hospital where he passed away just after 1:30 a.m. at just 16 years old. Blumberg G's was allegedly the gunman in this incident. It is widely rumored that Little Ranger allegedly killed a Black Flag member named 40 earlier that year.
So these niggas just sliding for each other. They just sliding on each other, gang. That's crazy. R.I.P. dude, you know. But they say folks was charged for murder. How? if he was charged for it, how he get out?
And this is why Blumberg G's allegedly killed him. Blumberg G's was officially charged for the 2020 murder of Little Ranger in March of 2022, and he was placed on Philadelphia's most wanted list. Rather than turn himself in, G's would go on the run. While on the run, he didn't keep a low profile. Similar to the rapper Take K, he continued to make music and post music videos on his YouTube channel despite the fact that he was on the most wanted list and the police were looking for him. G's was on.
See, it's crazy nowadays because it's like kids. It feel like kids like they feel like they can't make it as a rapper unless they living with they rap. And you know what I'm saying? That just be with the vibrations of music for real. Like music they make be so fucking. I don't know. I can't say because I make all types of music for real. I just be making music just to make music for real. Like that's just all it is, gang. But nowadays it's like they should know this. Like no record labels is signing like really nobody that's really living they raps for real. So I don't even know why they do a drill and try to rap because like they're not trying to take another TK situation. There's already rappers what? Going to jail now. They not signing nobody that's really doing what they saying in they rap.
On the run for over a year and was never caught. Ultimately, the police would never get the chance to arrest him as G's would lose his life while attempting to kill one of his enemies. On May 31st, 2023, G's was sliding on members of Zoo Gang in the 1800 block of North Woodstock Street just after 8:15 p.m. Once spotting some of his ops, gunfire erupted. In the aftermath, G's was shot once in the head and was then rushed to Temple University Hospital. 4 hours later, he would succumb to his injuries and be officially pronounced dead at just 21 years old. Members of Zoo Gang would claim that they were the ones that killed G's as he tried to slide on them, but members of the Black Flags and people online would claim that G's was accidentally killed by friendly fire by the person who—
Oh my God, that'd be jeez, boy, I hunt that nigga so bad, boy. Oh my God. We slide on that nigga. You, my own mans, kill me, boy. Ooh. Yo, I about to have a poltergeist, my boy. I'm about to be on your ass your whole life. Ain't no I'm sorry, none of that. And I was already, I don't know. That's crazy. You sliding your man. I wouldn't even, I don't know. That's crazy. I wouldn't even claim that on my gang. If that's what they were trying to do to cover it up, no, bro. That makes it sound even worse.
he was sliding with. The truth of what happened has not yet been officially confirmed. G's was wearing gloves and a mask when he died, so it was clear that he was on a drill when it happened.
R.I.P. Lord Jeff, man. This is the crazy. He was probably the only one I'd be like, I was on like right before I heard that shit took off. It wasn't too long. It was probably like a couple months later folks died, man. That was crazy.
Bloodhound Little Jeff, real name Jeffrey Harris, is a rapper and gang member from the east side of Chicago. He had two brothers and was raised primarily by his mother as his dad wasn't really around. He quit playing basketball after he didn't make the varsity team, so he looked for something else to do with his life. His rough upbringing led to him gravitating—
I don't know how it is in Chicago. And all that shit, bro. But for you to be a freshman wanting to hop straight to varsity team, bro, you gotta be raw. You gotta be raw as hell. And the varsity team gotta really need you for real. Like, I don't know. I know, like, cause how we do it, it go from 9th, 10th grade. You most likely, if you make the team, you going to JV gang. But once you get in like 11th and 12th grade, they gonna like if you make the team, you gonna make varsity gang, and that's your time to prove. You got 2 years, bro. But even in JV, you can still get right gang to the point they be like, all right, 10th grade, we gonna move them up to, you know what I'm saying? Folks gave up too early, gang. Like he really just gave up. Like soon as freshman year came, like it feel like folks was like, if I don't make a varsity team, over.
Towards the streets. When Jeff was just 14 years old, his house was shot up and a bullet flew by his face, nearly hitting him. His older brother was active in the streets and would introduce Jeff to it. He officially jumped off the porch at 18 years old. Jeff was a member of Drill City/Bloodhound, which claims the area of 79th and Maryland.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't like he jumped off early. Like, it ain't nothing wrong. It ain't nothing wrong. I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with niggas jumping off the porch at 18, because it's still young to me. Like, 18, like, shit. But you done already went to school through your 18 years. You could have just kept playing basketball, bro. Like, that's what it is. Like, I guess, I don't know.
They beef with BKN, Trap City, TYMB, 8 Trey Mob, and 800. Little Jeff was wild. He got a bullet tattooed on his face, but was always on Instagram Live dropping his location and displaying heavy artillery. Little Jeff became well known because he openly bragged on numerous occasions that he killed over 10 people and that he was a top killer in Chicago. The Bloodhound's primary beef is with another group called Trap City. Trap City and the Bloodhounds actually used to be cool with each other, but according to an interview, Trap City members...
Shout out, bro. He hard too. I ain't even gonna lie. That's why I say, bro, like, music, like, the music these niggas put out, bro, these niggas be hard, bro. They would have just stuck together. They could have made Chicago back lit again. I mean, it's already lit for real. I still listen to that new shit. But these niggas too busy beefing. These niggas got some amazing music. I forgot what bro name is. It's like, I think it's like Trap City something. I don't know. Bro hard though. I ain't gonna lie. But Bloodhound Jeff, you know what I'm saying?
The beef started after members of the Bloodhounds allegedly stole a chain from a Trap City member. Both sides would start dissing each other, and eventually things escalated to bloodshed. On March 16, 2023, a beloved member of the Bloodhounds named Z-Money, real name Zaire Nelson, was shot and killed. It is widely believed that Trap City was allegedly responsible for this murder. Little Jeff said in an interview that the death of Z-Money made him see red and made him cold-hearted. About 3 months later, Little Jeff would allegedly avenge Z-Money's death. On June 25, 2023, a Trap City member named Leo, real name Jaleel Goins, had just gotten to the back seat of a Lyft ride in the 1300 block of West Taylor Street in Little Italy just before 9 p.m. when another car approached. Someone inside hopped out, walked up to the backseat window where Leo was sitting, and opened fire. Leo was shot multiple times and rushed to the hospital.
Them look like all headshots too. Damn. That's crazy.
Hospital where he was pronounced dead at just 19 years old. Little Jeff and other members of Bloodhound went on social media and pretty much openly confessed to being responsible for Leo's murder and that it was a get back for Z-Money. Following this incident, Little Jeff would continue to kill. Little Jeff and Bloodhound used to be cool with members of BKN. In fact, there's videos of Jeff online hanging out with them. Well, everything changed after Jeff was allegedly robbed by BKN members for his watches. This made him want to get back at them as soon as possible. Well, he would allegedly do so in a horrific manner. On January 26, 2024, a BKN member named Monty, real name Ontario Williams, and another young man named Little Rob, real name Robert Boston, were standing outside of their school, Innovations High School, when a group of masked gunmen jumped out of 2 vehicles in front of the school and opened fire. The gunmen let off dozens of shots.
In front of a school is crazy. Like, we had shit pop off at our school, but it was nothing like a shooting pop out, drill, and intentionally kill somebody. Like, shootings might have happened close to the school while we was in school and some shit, but not, damn.
Shots, striking Monty and Little Rob multiple times in the chest. Both were rushed to the hospital, where Monty would be pronounced dead at just 17 years old, and Little Rob would be pronounced dead at just 16 years old. Following this double homicide, Little Jeff went on social media, openly bragging about being responsible, claiming that he and his crew killed them because they stole from him. Jeff had already started rapping at this point, but he hadn't had that much success. Him bragging so openly about this double murder actually made him go viral online, and all of his music began to boost in popularity. As his music was rising in popularity and people began to learn of his story and claims of allegedly having over 10 bodies, Jeff's fame continued to grow at a fast pace. Despite his rising fame and finances, Little Jeff could never get over his bloodthirst, especially for members of Trap City. This bloodthirst would lead to his untimely
It ain't no momentum, like, bro, already, he should have
death.
He should have cooled out after them hits. Like, after he got them, you already saying, went viral after that. he should have just chilled out for real. Like, you already going to LA, you doing all this shit. Rappers already. I heard he was out there with Rico Recluse and shit. You know what I'm saying? But he couldn't goddamn just chill out, bro. Like, that'd be wrong. Move from your city, gang. Like, you done already did all this hot shit. Just move, bro. He would have been the hottest nigga.
On June 8th, 2024, Little Jeff was in the 6600 block of South Roads at 5:14 p.m. with other members of the Bloodhounds looking for Trap City members. Once they spotted one, Little Jeff hopped out of the car shooting and chased his victim into a house. Once he reached the steps of the house, someone within the house returned fire and shot Jeff in the chest. The shooter then stood over Jeff and shot him up to 15 times. The people with Jeff shot back, but it was too late. Once the gunfire ended, Jeff's crew transported him to the hospital where he was pronounced dead at just 21 years old. The whole shootout was caught on camera and the footage went viral online. A member of Trap City named Rob is believed to be the gunman that killed Jeff. Rob is currently locked up for a separate gun charge. He was not charged with the murder of Jeff, likely due to Chicago's mutual combat law that has been applied to other Chicago shootouts in the past. Following his death, Little Jeff's notoriety.
Like, it's to the point that now it's like the police, like, fuck it, we gonna just start throwing mutual combat on them. Because it's crazy. I ain't never heard, when I was coming up, it was never no shit like a mutual combat, just shootout and shit like that. They be like, fuck it, they came to shoot it out with each other, let's let them shoot it, and we ain't gotta solve the case. We already know who did it. Fuck it.
Has grown to.
But I'm not wishing jail on anybody, but it was right. I mean, they right though. Like, if nobody else ain't get hit, if nobody else ain't endangered or anything, shit. What else can we do for real? They play defense, gang.
New heights, and he has become the face of modern drill music. This lifestyle is crazy. There's truly no winners. It seems like everyone's story ends in one or two sad outcomes. Stay out of the streets. RIP to everyone who passed away in this video. Let me know if you guys want a part 2, and please be sure.
That shit crazy, you know what I'm saying? Stay out these streets, bro. That's the message of the day, you know what I'm saying? If you got a little talent or something, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't be one of these, you know what I'm saying, people out here sliding and you know you going up. Like, everybody that was in the list already had some motion, like some type of motion for real, but they couldn't get up that sliding mentality for real, and that be the crazy part. All you gotta do, I ain't gonna say all you gotta do, cause shit can still happen, but just move out your city, bro. Get away from that beef, you know what I'm saying? And just go somewhere to where they can't reach you. And yeah, you ain't gotta keep proving yourself, man. But I'm gonna let y'all go, man. Shout out to Funa. Link gonna be down in the description for the original video. Like, share, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? And double down on the subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Hard, I'm gonna say that 2 times. Love y'all. Peace, man.
And yeah, I'm fucked up in my head, a couple screws loose in my brain. This new clip, ho 33 with one up top, ho 34. Niggas thirsty for a kill, I pass it off like pick and roll.